That go YouTube right there. YouTube back. YouTube up. So we're gonna keep the conversation going, man. So before the last one got cut off, shout out to everybody on YouTube. Subscribe to the new channel, the Ball Hawk Show. Yeah, man, we're talking about contracts. Who worth the money this year? Who hasn't lived up to the billing? Um, I do want to say this: is quarterback the only position we look at wins and losses? You know what I'm saying? Is that the only position that we look at wins and losses? Because it seems like quarterback is the only position we hear the narrative known as winner, right? And then it's still a caveat to that winner line. You feel what I'm saying? So I still want to go down a list. I'm on YouTube right now, Darren. Still should have got it. I still want to, and I'm gonna upload that video to YouTube also, even though it cut off. Yeah, man. So y'all let me know, man. We all know Aaron Donald and Khalil Mack, they worth their money. We already said Drew Brees is worth his money. Zion said that quarterbacks get all the glory and all the blame. Some of them. It just depends on if you like them or not. Some quarterbacks don't get no blame, and some quarterbacks don't get no love. None. Some quarterbacks get blamed too much, and some quarterbacks get too much praise. In one breath, we'll say football is the ultimate team sport, but we'll say, but when has that dude won the big one? Wideouts and running backs should be held accountable for wins and losses, especially bell cows. Yep, even though you can't play both sides of the ball, people will still blame a quarterback for wins and losses. And it's because that narrative just been built, man. Everybody be running with what the machine has built for them instead of creating their own thought process, creating their own narrative. And that, to me, takes away from the true essence of sports, how we just allow these conglomerates just to control the structure. Like, you got the power to control the structure. You can just say, nah, I ain't listening to them. Y'all do that all the time when they talk bad about your team. You be like, nah, I ain't listening. I know better. Kirk can throw for 500 yards, 4 touchdowns, and lose, and they blame him for the way the team lost. And that's real talk. I mean, we could do that with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers could be looking like boo-boo the fool, and we'll say, Mike McCarthy didn't do this. Offensive line ain't do that. Receivers won't. Like, it just depends on how the masses think of a certain quarterback, the passes we give them. I told you, when Dak Prescott balled out of his mind, was like 24-28 versus the Saints, and that Dallas Cowboy defense made Drew Brees look like a non-MVP candidate, nobody said anything about Dak. All we heard about was the defense and what they did to Drew Brees. Nobody said nothing about Dak. Then Dak versus my Eagles. He was struggling the first 3 quarters. In the third quarter, in overtime, he threw 3 touchdowns, additional 250 yards. He ended up almost 500 yards passing. They talk about Amari Cooper killing the Eagles defense, and how the Cowboys defense allowed the Eagles to almost beat them. But nobody talk about Dak. Why? Because the narrative has been built. Let's not pump up Dak Prescott because we want to say, hey, he's just a game manager. He can't win the big one. But when people talk about wins and losses, what's his career record as a starter? Like, what's his team's career record since he became a starter? Because if quarterbacks get paid off production. We can say wins and losses all we want, but that type of feel and what you think their ceiling is, you feel what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to not pay anybody in any field big time money when on paper it's showing you they're above average over everybody else. That's why I be telling folks, oh, so-and-so don't deserve that money. What up, JD? It's like, if you that dude's agent, can you really go in there and not pitch that your client deserve X amount of dollars? The only team you can't make money with is the New England Patriots because Tom Brady messed up the negotiating point that you had because he is highly underpaid and he wants to be underpaid. So anytime a top player from New England Patriots say, I deserve X, Y, and Z, they'll point at Tom Brady like, well, he ain't taking the money and he deserved more. That's what that's, So, but back to Dak Prescott, everybody, I watched and I sat back when the Cowboys are 3-5. I watched Cowboy fans. I watched non-Cowboy fans. I watched aficionados. They broke down the game of Dak Prescott. They just dissed Dak Prescott. Like, this is why you can't pay him. This is why this is why that. This is why this. X, Y, and Z. They don't know what 5 or 6 game winning streak. I don't know what the hell they on. They've been winning. And they addressed the need to help him, right? I told you guys what you need to do when you get you a young quarterback. The most important thing is to do is, number one, make sure you can coach them and make them better. Number two, make sure you supply them with various weapons. Number three, win while they cheat. The Cowboys didn't have weapons. Dak Prescott is not better than Kirk Cousins. Cowboys didn't have no weapons. They went and got Amari Cooper. I was apprehensive also because I fed into the machine of everybody saying Amari Cooper sucks now. And then when I went back and looked at his cut-ups, I was just like, you know what? Oakland is just toxic. And I remember a great Randy Moss went to Oakland and his career damn near died. It's not the same Oakland where a Jerry Rice can go and resurrect his career, or Rich Gannon can go like this is not the same Oakland. So I was like, you know what? One thing Amari Cooper can do, he can run damn routes, every last one of them. And since he's been with the Cowboys, I think he has over 600 yards receiving. And look at that. What they say, look at God. You get a man weapons and you have Ezekiel Elliott and you play off of Ezekiel Elliott, which they've been doing. Got back to the essence of winning football games. You have a top flight running back. You have a top flight offensive lineman. You have a top flight route runner. What can you do to help this route runner get open? Use this top flight back in this top flight line. What can you do to help this young quarterback? Play action. Open up windows more. So that's what took place. And now the market screams, you got to pay Dak. But now people want to undercut him. No, you can't pay him because look, picture me this. Unless you are elite, what quarterback can really flourish without the proper weapons and or offensive line and running game? Unless you are elite, you're not going to be successful without at least a great offensive mind. So when we look at these best quarterbacks in the NFL, right? Let's look at these top flight quarterbacks in the NFL. Start with Aaron Rodgers, right? As much as we want to diss Mike McCarthy, he's a good offensive play caller. The relationship just eroded. All right. Look at Tom Brady. Look at the offensive minds he's had around him. Charlie Weiss. He got Josh McDaniels right now. Even the quarterback for the Texans. The coach for the Texans was there. Drew Brees. Sean Payton. Phillip Rivers had Noah Turner before. Learned under him. Look at Cam Newton since he got Noah Turner. Look how his season and his efficiency has gotten better. His completion rate has gotten better. So, you know, when we evaluate quarterbacks, we need to also evaluate who's teaching them, who's around them. So that's why I'm very apprehensive and I always kind of fall back from when they say this dude suck or this dude overrated. And I look at the foundation around said players, especially quarterbacks, right? Because a lot of things got to come into place for quarterbacks. Receivers and running backs, you can use your natural ability to kind of offset the deficiencies around you. You know what I'm saying? Like a DeAndre Hopkins. Just throw the ball up. His athleticism, his God-given ability get take over. Saquon Barkley. You know, his quickness and his explosiveness and his youth can overlook a lot of deficiencies that the New York Giants have on offensive line. So I don't want I don't know, like Philly, what Philly needs to do, the Philadelphia Eagles, they need some health in the secondary. That's what's hurting them the most. We could get as many offensive minds as we want. If you can't stop nobody, you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win. And the Eagles just can't stop nobody. What up? What up, LJ? Um, Zion said Norv is a great OC Horde head coach. Defense wins championships. So see, even that statement right there further hurts anybody that talks like the quarterback is the most important position, because that phrase right there, defense wins championship. You know what I'm saying? You possibly could have stayed with Teddy Bridgewater and sign somebody for less and have more cap space to probably add depth here and there. But we as fans and media like myself, not like me, because I don't preach that quarterback crap. But they put pressure on these organizations to go out and overpay for quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? They go out here and they put pressure on these organizations to overpay for quarterbacks. Did Kirk Cousins deserve $80 million guaranteed? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. Did Cam Newton deserve his contract? Absolutely not. No. Did Aaron Rodgers deserve his contract? Absolutely not. That much damn money? Here's my thing. When you get that type of money, because I need to start from the top. So until people hold A-Rod accountable, I'm going to let everybody underneath him get a pass too. So for people that say I'm caping for Kirk Cousins, yeah, because y'all cape for A-Rod. If you cape for the head honcho, I'm caping for the little people. Pause. We and me as a former player, I love that Kirk Cousins got his money. I love that A-Rod got his money. I love that Drew Brees got his money. I love that Odell Beckham got his money. I love when a player gets their money. I'm never going to say a player is overpaid. That's not in my vocabulary. No player is overpaid to me. If they overpaid, then it shouldn't have been offered. You need to talk to the bosses about that. I would never, ever say a player is overpaid. No. Why? Why? For what? They offered it. Oh, now that does take me to the Steelers and the passes that Ben Roethlisberger has been getting throughout his career, on how much of a bad leader he is, in my opinion. I don't feel like Ben Roethlisberger is a very good leader. I feel like the quarterback position, again, makes these guys feel very entitled. You feel what I'm saying? What about underpaid? Yeah, it's certainly players that are underpaid. Because they're that special, and you're not going to see a lot of teams compensate them accordingly because they're going to keep them in the box, even though they make them. That's why with the Le'Veon Bell situation, it was tough, because when you're getting 75 to 80 catches, you're basically a receiver also. Like, you're a special breed. So you're the exception to a cap at a position. Similar to what Jimmy Graham was trying to do with the Saints. And he had a point. When your tight end is getting you over 1,000 yards receiving, you're essentially a receiver. I know the game has changed, but when you are the leading receiver, or you're the marquee guy in the passing game as a tight end, like, let's look at Travis Kelce in KC. We saw last year when he got knocked out in the playoffs, how that affected the team. So when it comes contract time, you can't try to box him in tight end, because we all know he ain't doing that much blocking. You know what I'm saying? So let's go back to Big Ben Roethlisberger. Respect the dude for being a professional. I always got respect for these guys that play professionally, but in this job, you got to critique him. And I think as a leader, he's not a very good leader because he throws people under the bus a lot. A lot. He points the finger a lot. He falls short a lot. And the thing that bothers me about Ben Roethlisberger is that he will agree to something with his team, and then he will step away from his team, and he'll be vocal about it. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what makes me really not want to, like, I can't respect that if he was my team. Like, it would be a lot of arguments between Big Ben and myself if we played on the same team, because I'd be like, yo, you a damn jellyfish. Like, how you gonna just air out, like, basically Wendy Williams? You air out every little tea you get, you spilling it. The way that he threw Antonio Brown on the bus for that Denver Broncos game, saying Antonio can't run the route like that. Why the hell would you throw the ball right there? The DB didn't pick it off, a lineman did. The way that he threw his old offensive coordinator under the bus for saying that we should have threw the Juju 3 straight times or 4 straight times, and James Washington should have did this and should have, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, yo, whoa. We understand you're a 2-time Super Bowl winner. We understand that. But you need to drink the hell up juice, man. Humble yourself, man. Humble yourself. Like, calm down, sit down, hold on. Like, when you out here throwing 3 and 4 picks at a time, bro, like, you got to start looking at yourself, player. It ain't cool no more, Big Ben. Like what's really going on? And Mike Tomlin is going to catch the heat because Mike Tomlin is trying to be a player coach. He's trying to talk to you behind closed doors. You feel what I'm saying? He's trying to talk to you behind closed doors. This is why I feel like being a player coach is actually a detriment to your team, because they get so damn cool that they just start bumping the gums for no damn reason. This is why, in a way, you kind of respect Bill Belichick for serving shut the hell up juice to guys in the media. Tell them, yo, you know what to and what not to say, damn it. You ain't going to make the brand. Like, Ben Roethlisberger just makes the brand look bad because Antonio Brown had one slip up with Facebook Live and he was demonized. He hit the cooler with demonized. He even throw you under the bus. He pushed you in front of the bus to have you get decapitated. And exactly, Javon. Then my man said, I throw picks, just deal with it because I'm going to keep slanging that hoe. See, that's what I'm talking about. My man will tell you he going to mess up and he going to keep messing up. Deal with it. But people want to fire Mike Tomlin, the second winningest coach behind Bill Belichick since he became a head coach. I don't get it. I don't get it. Winning coaches are hard to find. Just look around the NFL. Look at all the turnover in the NFL every year. Look at how many coaches get fired every single year. And your team is consistently always in the running to play in the postseason and have a chance to compete. But people stop looking at the standards. Stop looking at Bill Belichick. You not Bill. I hate when everybody say, well, Bill Belichick, shut up. That's the outlier. Stop comparing everybody to Bill Belichick. That's the established evil empire. You're not going to do what Bill does. Sorry. You're not. So I wish everybody would stop comparing themselves to the Patriots. Stop. Marvin Lewis and the Cincinnati Bengals know. Marvin Lewis may have not won a playoff game. But guess what, Cincinnati? Your ass always right there, though. If you go get another coach, you ain't going to be right there no more. Trust me. It's a reason why they hold on to Marvin. Like, some owners know. And some owners come to the realization that we ain't the 49ers with their history. We ain't the Steelers with their history. We ain't the Cowboys with their history. We know who we are. Some people just don't, man. Some people don't get it. They get it. They know who they are. They know who they are. I'm just telling you, man, some of these teams got to be real. Everybody not going to win a Super Bowl. Every year is not your year. Sometimes you got to concede. You can't concede out in the public. But behind closed doors, you just got to concentrate on ticket sales, marketing, making sure fans showing up, and understanding that you putting out an attractive product, that you're going to make it competitive, but you're not going to win every game. You're not going to no damn Super Bowl. Everybody need to get out their damn brain in the preseason every year that your team got a chance. No, your team got a chance of just looking good on film. That's it. You know what I'm saying? My man Darren said everyone looking for the next Sean McVay. Sean McVay is a savant. And even he got humbled in Chicago. Sean McVay got humbled last year when the Falcons came in and drugged them in the playoffs. What I'm trying to tell y'all is it takes special coaches to consistently get to the playoffs and go to the AFC or NFC championship. Like, it's a lot of coaches that never even sniff their own conference championship. Hell, I'm an Eagle fan. Andy Reid went to four straight. One Super Bowl. No Super Bowl wins. Andy Reid, every year, his team, explosive, start off fast. It was like that when I was the Eagles. Eagles always jump out on you. Then they have a hard time once November, December come, of holding on. And then we all know in January, it's like, damn. Some coaches just known to do enough to always. You know what I'm saying? Another topic I want to talk about, Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. So when the draft was coming, I did a video and I compared them because everybody's saying how Josh Allen is the prototypical quarterback. He's going to be a great pro. You know, you look at, he has arm talent, he has this, he has that. And then they talked about Lamar. They was like, well, you know, he has accuracy problems and all, you know, and they started throwing out his completion rate stats. So I went and I threw out completion rates and stats for Josh Allen. And then they said, well, you know, Josh Allen receivers was dropping balls and all these other narratives. And I went and I did some research and I showed that Lamar Jackson receivers actually had a higher drop rate than Josh Allen. And then they said, well, Josh Allen is just, he has the size. You know, they went to the size, you know, because he's 6'5", 237. Lamar 6'2", 212. You know, prototypical, you know, the box. So when you look at both quarterbacks this year, now, you know, Lamar's only started 4 games, while Josh has started 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he has double the starts as Lamar. So you got 8 starts to 4. So the biggest concern was completion percentage, right? For both quarterbacks. Lamar. So Josh, I'm gonna start with Josh. So Josh Allen, 52% completion rate in 8 games. 1,400 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions, 4% interception percentage. Well, I already said percent. 55 QBR, 62 QB rating. You look at Lamar, smaller sample size, you know, 4 starts. He had other games where he had an attempt here and there. Lamar has 687 yards passing, 4 touchdowns to 3 interceptions, 58% rate. 79 quarterback rating and a 45 QBR. So his rating is higher, his QBR is lower, and QBR is something that ESPN invented. But the kicker is this, because I seen a guy put out a tweet today, and I just let the the dude who's a professional media guy. So he said, you look at rushing yards, Josh Allen has 490 rushing yards. Lamar Jackson has 475. And he put that out there like, yeah, look who the most mobile. And I was going to retweet, shut the hell up, Juice, but I didn't say nothing. But me, you see how I kept everything in context? But when you look at it in context, Lamar Jackson has started 4 games, has 475 yards. Josh Allen has started 8 games and has 490 yards. So again, I will hope Josh Allen has more rushing yards. I will hope Josh Allen has more passing yards. I will hope Lamar Jackson has a better completion rate and interception rate because he started less games. So y'all notice when I give y'all things, I give you everything in its entirety. So the reason why that gentleman on Twitter put out Josh Allen's rushing yards because he was insecure and he realized that they look dumb because they want everybody to eat their words by saying that Lamar is more athletic than Josh. And Josh has had some good running games because I think he got like 3 straight games of 90 yards rushing. But you notice how nobody talked about him running too much? Don't nobody talk about him running too much. We'll talk about so Josh Allen had 13 carries, 99 yards, 9 carries, 135 yards, 9 carries, 101 yards. And you know they kept saying one more our quarterbacks averaging like 10 carries a game. He's averaging like 10 carries a game. Now Lamar Jackson's running a little bit different, of course, because he's running inside zones and but he's not taking big hits. We see Josh Allen jumping over people, but nobody has concern over Josh Allen running too much. And I've been telling folks, I don't care if my quarterback run. If we need you to run to win, damn it, you're gonna run. You a football player. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel about it. I don't care if my quarterback run a lot. I really don't. You're a football player. Y'all can have that narrative. So I wanted to revisit that and say that, hey, both quarterbacks playing now. I compare Lamar to basically Tim Tebow. Both of them got drafted late in the first round. Everybody went up in arms. Both quarterbacks came in. The offense changed to where it was more like the college offense. They both been asked to run the ball a lot. Tim Tebow's built like a tank, but nobody had an issue with Tim Tebow running the ball a lot. Nobody said nothing about Tim Tebow running that mug a lot. Nobody saying nothing about Josh Allen averaging 10 carries a game. Nobody. The past 3 games where he's averaged at least 90 yards, he basically averaged over 100 yards rushing the last 3 games. They 1-2. The last and with Lamar as a starter, the Ravens are 3-1, and they just lost to Kansas City in overtime. In that game, he had 147 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He had 71 yards rushing, had 100 rating. He had a key fumble in the pocket. He got hit from behind, got strip sacked, and Kansas City won that game. But they're not going to tell you that. Why? Because it doesn't fit the narrative. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man, that yeah, Chris, back in the day, nobody said Randall Cunningham ran too much. Nobody said Steve Young was running too much. You do what you got to do to win. If here's the thing that I really dislike about narrative that's built when you become professional. If you've been doing something your entire life and what you've done your entire life has gotten you to achieve your dream, why would you change them? Now you can help what's the word I'm looking for? Alter the way they run, meaning slide, get out of bounds, and things like that. But what attracted scouts to Lamar Jackson? His running ability, how explosive he was. So, but I don't hear nobody having an issue with Josh Allen averaging 100 yards rushing the past 3 games as a quarterback. They're praising him. Yo. How athletic he is. Oh, this is awesome. He's jumping over people. Oh, that's awesome. Lamar Jackson running like, oh, you saw what happened to RG3? RG3 had knee problems in college. Oh, you saw what happened to Michael Vick? What happened to Michael Vick? I see Michael Vick run for 1,000 yards in the season. Only thing that hurt Michael Vick was his homeboy snitched on him and he went to prison for 2 seasons of football he missed because of prison. Well, when Ook was running around, man, look, that was the hottest ticket on earth. Seeing Michael Vick, number 7, run around for the fight. Ain't nobody coming to no games to see no damn Vick throw the ball. Man, we want to see that man run. Run, Michael. You know, even when somebody was open, run, Michael. You played Madden. You ran twins, double slants, and you ran to the side that the slants vacated from. Everybody remember that Madden with Michael Vick on the front, and you would run twins. You run 21 personnel, 2 backs, 1 tight ends, twins on one side, tight end on one side. You'll run double slants with the swing out with work done, and you'll follow work done up the sideline because it's like a quarterback sweep in Madden. Now, come on, man. Don't let these people control your narrative. Stop it. Think for yourself. Let the quarterback run. The boy from Alabama could run around. The little left-hand boy, he could run around. Oh, he's so mobile. Look at him. He can throw. But then Kyler Murray running around. That's all he can do. He's too little. Both of them little. That's another thing. But dog, 5'9", 10, I don't care what he is, but he didn't throw for damn near 4,000 yards. The damn near ran for 1,000 yards while he got $4.6 million in his account already from professional baseball. But they saying he too little. But Tua, like, an inch higher in hair than him, but Tua first round pick. Tell you, dog, real eyes recognize real lies. Telling you. Come on, man. Trying to tell y'all. That boy from Oklahoma, the truth. The truth. They said, who did Oklahoma play? What top defenses? Hey, man. Hey, they won. They won. We all know it's all about selling tickets. Tickets. Huh? Why we love Mike Tyson? Because he sold tickets. We know we won't get that action. I want Oklahoma in the top 4 because I'm going to get that action. I want to know Ohio State. I don't want to talk about no damn Urban Meyer and what happened in the all season. I don't want that crap. Nobody want it. No, we don't want that. We don't want that. What's something else I want to talk about? Oh, I got a question for y'all, man. How long should we wait before we elevate a young player as a top 5 player in any sport? Is it 2 years? Do we got to make sure they ain't Milli Vanilli in us? Because I say that to say this. Saquon Barkley. Can we really keep him out of the top 5? Or can we put him in the top 5 and just not say he's the best running back in the NFL after 13 games? What's the cutoff? What's the criteria? You know, like people say a minimum of 100 games. You know, like in the NBA, you had to play a minimum of 60 games to be able to be in this rating. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just trying to figure out because even Kareem Hunt, how long did it take for us to put him in the top 5? You know what I'm saying? Because basically, this is only Kareem Hunt's second year, right? And when this Kareem Hunt second year, I want to say it was the second year. Yeah, this is Kareem Hunt's second year. Just like it's your boy from the Saints. It's like so is it just one full year, then that next year you can elevate them? You know, like Odell. He had his first full year, he balled. I mean, not full year, but when he came in and played, he balled out, had 30 yards, blah, 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 blah. And then by the middle of his second season, everybody like, okay, we can put him in the top 5. So and is he the greatest talent we ever seen at running back? Because a lot of people are throwing that around. Is he the greatest talent we ever seen at running back? Because there's been a lot of running backs. Saquon Barkley is a dude who's like 230 pounds, running like a 4.3, quick as hell, got Ninja Turtle legs. He 5'11", 233. People say similar to Barry Sanders, but Barry Sanders didn't weigh as much as he did. Athletically, I think, you know, Marshall Faulk is just as athletic he is, but again, Marshall Faulk didn't weigh as much as he did. But Marshall Faulk had the dunce too, but his was, you know, up the field. You look at a guy like Jim Brown, who was 6'2", 232, and can run just as fast as like Jim Brown. Now he old as hell, and we got to get a reels to look at him. But my pops told me that Jim Brown was that goddamn deal. 6'2", 232 running like that. He ain't had to shake and bake because he'll just run you slam over. I think that's the thing about Saquon Barkley that everybody gets enamored about is his ability to use in the damn phone booth. But a lot of people say Saquon Barkley, and I got a dude, Tony, who on my friends is up here right now. He loves to throw that out there to Saquon Barkley is the best talent we ever seen in NFL history. And I always go back to Jim Brown, man, because and now, you know, people always say Jim Brown's playing against little white dudes, but you know, everybody know what talent look like. Same thing I say about Michael Jordan when he was playing again. Everybody can really see somebody and just be like, damn, they nice. That's one thing I love about track. There's no debate in the track. You know who the fastest because that clock out there. That's why I love about track and field. That's why I love about just racing somebody head to head. Get on the line. I wish we could do that in football again. Get on the line. Race me head to head. Pause. That don't sound right. Can you even say pause anymore? What happened to Kevin Hart and Kyler Murray? Like, you can't say pause. Can we talk about that too? How it seems like groups use certain things as a weapon. Bo Jackson, yeah. But I think with Saquon, they just talking about his ability to juke in the phone booth, his shiftiness, the Barry Sanders shiftiness with more size, and I think that's what gets people enamored about Saquon, which they should get excited. But let's transition to something serious, shall we? And I hope the federales don't shut down my live feed because we really need to talk about this. The situation that happened to Kevin Hart, right? The old tweets from over 10 years ago about if his son was gay, how he'll take the doll and break the doll over his head and say, stop, that's, you know, the G word. I just said the G word, didn't I? God dang it. You know what bothers me about that whole situation is that how they come at Kevin Hart, right? They come at Kevin Hart because, you know, yelling the G word and you know, the slur, the insensitive slur. Like it's a bad thing to be, you know, the G word. I'm not gonna say it because it you know, you even get in trouble for just even repeating it. But the same folks thought it was funny when the transgender gentleman or lady, the transgender, the person, I don't even know what to say, man. But when that person was making fun of the Dwight Howard, right? You feel what I'm saying? Like nobody came to bat and saw anything wrong with that. Like I'm sitting there looking at the situation. I'm like, yo, this wrong. Like we joking to Dwight Howard, and it's almost we joking him, but we demonizing Kevin Hart for what he said. But isn't that basically the same thing you doing to Dwight Howard? It's almost Dwight Howard is the son, and you banging him over the head talking about you GGG. Like if a person is a homosexual, why do they feel like they have to out somebody when they understood how tough it was for them to come out? And I hate to go into a serious note, but it's still on my mind, man. Still on my mind, man. I just had to ask that question. Like, I don't understand like how that's cool either. So what if somebody like the same sex? Like, who are you to just, oh, I'm gonna out you. I'm gonna make you the laughing stock. Ooh. And then we back over here laughing. Like, oh, look at the white. What's his injury? And sitting there like, yo, but then with Kevin Hart, you like, yo, that ain't cool what you did, Kevin. You can't be doing stuff like that, Kevin. And a lot of y'all, like, that was 10 years ago. Either or. It's like people be flip-flopping. Now, if Kevin's a comedian, right? You understand Kevin's spiel. Kevin's comedian. Kevin's going to be transparent. Kevin's going to tell you about his feelings. And looking at his joke, it's the gift and the curse. Kevin's very, 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 very honest about his life. You know what I'm saying? Man said sidebar, hey Hawk, OKC the number 1 seed. How Melo doing? Shoot, Melo ain't doing nothing. But it just I don't know, man. I think it's some powerful groups out here. And if you want to get your point across, man, you better hope your group powerful. I'm gonna tell y'all, man, strength is in numbers. And some of these some groups got numbers. And when I say groups, I mean like movements, groups. Like when they speak against you, when they come at you, they got you. That's what I mean by when I say groups. It's 3 groups I always say you don't mess with. LGBTQ group, PETA, and women's rights groups. You don't mess with them 3 groups because they will punish you. They will punish you. All these other groups, they say, hey, man, suck it up. Be a man, be a woman. Don't let the past affect. You know what I'm saying? Like people say, don't let the past affect you. Move on. It's just a word. It shouldn't affect how you move. But somebody will bring a tweet from 10 years ago about this, and it's different. It just depends on who the individual is, how big that individual is, what they want to do to that individual, and then poof, they gone. Why do you have to accept it in your home? Like I told y'all, man, I was transparent the other day. I learned the hard way too. You can't even retweet if a slur is thrown at you, because some people don't understand how social media work. And you can retweet it with emojis or with a question like, what's wrong? And somebody would say, once you retweet it, it's your words. When I found that out, that's how I realized, damn, my platform getting bigger than what I thought. Somebody took a retweet of somebody's disrespectful slur towards me, and I retweeted it for the world to see. And they got email and saying I shouldn't, and the person was dead. And that further let me know, like, damn, I don't know to fall back. That's why y'all don't see me move the same way, because if I'm connected to sponsors, I gotta start thinking about the sponsors. Like what I say, I don't share the views of my sponsor, but then again, I want to put them in the box. Then again, I ain't trying to is and stuff. It's amazing how this world works, and it almost has you thinking like, damn, am I selling my soul for money? Because in a way, even when you're an entrepreneur, everybody wants sponsorships. Everybody wants something to kind of supplement and kind of pad their way of living. Because it's when you entrepreneurs, it's rough in these streets. It's rough. It's rough. Like you really have to. You almost gotta. It's like almost what Twitter ain't like. People can just stop. Like if you got like, and I learned it. I got a Twitter now. I'm just putting motivational stuff, and I'll put sports articles. But as far as me expressing myself, I keep it to myself. Facts. Keep it to yourself, yo. If you're trying to elevate yourself in this world, in the professional realm, and try to make more money, keep your thoughts to yourself. Hell, you might not even want to text somebody because they can get low down and dirty. Then people use any and everything against you if they got that powerful movement behind them. I'm trying to tell you, the same thing that make you laugh can make you cry. People will know you brash, right? They'll love that about that you brass until you so brass that you start disrespecting something they believe in. Then all of a sudden, they ain't they like, oh, you went too far. Like, whoa. Why is that? So the individual that Dwight Howard was involved in was like, I'm going to expose Dwight Howard. Expose. If everybody's equal, how are you exposing something? That's what I'm trying to like. What are you exposing? Oh, you just sharing a relationship you have with him, which the world says is normal. Okay. I'm just saying. Like the Kareem Hunt situation really had me thinking also, right? The Kareem Hunt situation really got me thinking. I don't condone men hitting women at all. And I'm always thrown phrases because I get emails a lot on certain situations that people want me to talk about, do a podcast about, and I got to kind of tread lightly. So I gotta put a disclaimer out there. Hold on. The disclaimer out there. This is what you gotta do when you behind a mic, because people can copy and paste and cut up any way they want. I ain't condoning nothing. But you think about this. I'm not condoning nothing. I'm gonna keep saying that in the middle of my sentence so you can't chop and screw this. I ain't condoning nothing. I ain't condoning nothing. I'm not condoning nothing he did. Nothing. But I ain't playing. I'm not putting on no basketball shoes and then say I can't play basketball just because I suck. That's all I'm gonna say. See how I did that there? It's battle rap. Look at the scheme I use and listen to the punchline. I'm not gonna say, yo, let's go hoop, go get a team, play money, get into a league, and then say, well, I ain't that good at basketball anyway. That's messed up that you beating me like this. You know I don't play basketball. But yet again, I wanted you to treat me like a basketball player. That ain't cool. So I don't condone nothing that he did at all. At all. At all. Rock said the moment a man hits a woman, she becomes a saint, and all bad she has done is forgotten. Tell my daughter this from day one. You got a brother for a reason. Point blank, period. You got a brother you got a daddy for a reason. Don't step up to the plate because the baseball can hit you. If you step in the batter's box without a helmet, you can get hit in the head and it can hurt. See what I'm doing here? I'm not condoning. A pitcher should never hit a batter on purpose. Never. You should stay in the strike zone. Don't hit a batter because fights happen. People rush the mound. And I'm going to be like baseball. I'm coming from the bench if you hit my batter with your baseball. See what I'm doing here? Stay with me. It's battle rap. The scheme is there. Punchline is there. Wait until it come on cam. You might can't get it in the building, but you're going to get it on cam once you look at this again. If you step in the batter's box, appreciate you, dog. If you step in the batter's box, wear a helmet. Make sure you don't hug the plate. And if you hit a home run, don't posture because the pitcher will try to hit you the next time around. Period. Everybody keep their hands to themselves, man. He said, I'm buying volume 3. Make sure y'all go see DNA and Mickey Fax because they really selling this fight. I want to see what Mickey Fax going to do versus DNA. 4.5 minute rounds, too. Mickey Fax said he got a lot to talk about. Appreciate that, Darren. So he got a lot to talk about DNA. I'm trying to see what K-Shine gonna do with Gotti. I'm trying to see that too, bro. My man Rock said, want equal rights with zero responsibilities. Everybody want to be equal. Everybody want to be equal. What I always tell, I've been saying this for years. Just end up on Snapped. See, that's another punchline. Go look at Oxygen. Look up the series called Snapped and become a living legend. Be remembered in that way. Ronda Rousey beat up two dudes in the damn movie theater, and she legendary because she beat up two dudes. Hell, a cop would laugh at you if you say a girl punch you in your eye. That's why these maniacs be created to just haul off and just you get somebody. Don't stop touching people. Same people don't want to put on no boxing gloves and be boxers. Hey man, if you know you ain't nice with the trash talking and talking trash and doing all that, don't talk. That's why I tell people all the time. Don't get mad because somebody can talk better than you. All of a sudden say, what's up then? Nah. Now you got boundaries, mamas, kids. Cool. We got boundaries, but we going in on each other. But you can't become soft because you lost. Like, just take the L. Go home, write more better material, come back the next time. Be like, yeah, it's on again, punk. What's up, Thailand? You saw what happened to Dragonfly? Kichi kept practicing his art, and then also he just took his money. He just took it. Speaking of taking money, let's go to the NBA, yo. Let's go to the NBA. What they doing to my man Carmelo? Huh? What we doing to Carmelo, man? Why we doing this to Melo? Darian said, does Wilder and Joshua happen? Nope. It ain't gonna happen. Unfortunately, Wilder and not unfortunately, but Wilder and Fury are going to happen again. Anthony Joshua is going to the damn fight between shucks, the two blockhead boys. What's the boy that said, oh, he glassed me, David Haye glassed me. Oh shoot, I forgot the name. Chisora and what's the other guy's name? Sorry, man. Chisora and what's the other guy's name? Sorry, man, my phone ringing. Anyway, he going to that game. He going to that fight. YouTube people meet Facebook people, YouTube people. So I don't know, bro. Charlo brothers, I like the Charlo brothers. Them my boys right there. I love the lines only. Anthony Joshua definitely can beat both guys. Hold on. Anthony Joshua could beat both Fury, Wilder, just like Wilder and Fury can beat Anthony Joshua. I think the reason why everybody's so intrigued by all three of those guys fighting because there is no clear cut when all those guys are 50-50. Deontay Wilder's right hand is a equalizer that scares the hell out of people. Anthony Joshua is a big action figure looking fool who could actually box, powerful uppercut, nice jab. The thing about him is he gets hit. Tyson Fury is the heavyweight Floyd Mayweather, but he actually gets caught. Tyson Fury is the guy that can make the fight boring, but can also just win on points. If Deontay Wilder doesn't damn near knock him out through the damn ring in the 12th, there is no way you can even make it a draw. If he would have just got through that 12th round and did a Oscar De La Hoya and ran around, he would have won that fight. But that knockout was so devastating that it allowed the narrative to be built that we can build up another fight. Even though a rematch was set in stone, they could get basically 3 to 4 fights out of this now. Because Deontay Wilder say knock him out, it's only 1-0. They could fight again. Or Tyson Fury beat Deontay, it's going to be an immediate rematch regardless. So they selling this, and the heavyweight division understands that Anthony Joshua going to stay over there in the UK. And if I'm Deontay Wilder, I'm not going to the UK at all. There is no damn way I'm going to the UK to fight. Hell no. He'll lose. He will have to knock out Joshua. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He fight Fury. He would have like the only way Deontay can win in the UK is by knockout. Period. Anthony Joshua could come over here and win by decision. He could win by decision if he dang man, hold on, man. I gotta call my wife back. Hey man, I'll be right back. Hold up. I'll be right back. Well, y'all can stay live. I stay live with y'all. But she didn't call twice. I want to make sure ain't nothing wrong. Who does this? Hey, you all right? I said, you all right? Because I was doing a live stream. They can hear you. But YouTube can't because I still got the camera on YouTube, but Facebook can't. Nah, YouTube can't hear you. They just see me on the phone. You all right? Because you called twice, so I thought something was wrong. What you gonna get? What you getting? All right. All right, man. So what was I saying? Hold on. Let me get YouTube back. I mean, let me get God damn it, not YouTube. Let me get Facebook back up, man. Hold on right quick, man. Hold on right quick, man. I'm multitasking. Put the mic down. Yeah, hold on. Oh shoot, I done put that in the camera. All right, I put Facebook right there, YouTube right here. Man, this Facebook, this YouTube stream in 57 minutes. Ain't nobody gonna watch this. It's too damn long. What time is it? What time is it? 5:14. All right, man. I'm back, man. I had to make sure the wife was good, man. You know, somebody call you back to back, you think the worst these days. The man, what's good with you, family? All right, YouTube. I don't want the stream to be that long, so I'm gonna holler at y'all. I'll stream again soon. Y'all be easy. Make sure y'all subscribe, man.